I need you calm. Okay, no matter what happens, you gotta stay calm.
I told you I don't follow these movies. I don't ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary. Ask me about The Witch.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Why We Love Horror Trivia. It's Friday night. You know what time it is. I spilled coffee on my shirt while the intro is going on, so it's going to be a good day. Anyway, debut teams match to kick things off tonight. All guys you've seen before playing singles. We made some teams out of them. One team, two guys got together. Another team, I forced two guys together. Let's get into this right now. The first team we're introducing on this team, a rookie and the number one contender. Let's talk to them right now. Zach Messinger, Dylan VanThuyne, the Crazed Butt Stabbers. Guys, I looked up what that means, and it's not as offensive as it sounds. But I did tell Zach, Dylan, that, hey, I'm surprised you went with that. You're usually a more straight-laced guy. How did he talk you into that?
I just kind of suck at coming up with names. So I was like, you know what? Sure. I just want to skip this whole process of trying to spitball names and come up with something. You got a name, let's go for it. So yeah, I'm cool with it. But yeah, I'm excited about this team up. I've seen Zach's first match. He's a very solid competitor, and I'm excited to see what we can do as a team.
And like I asked you guys before the match, it doesn't bother Zach. You didn't get any flack from your sister that your team was going.
I literally texted her that hey, Dylan and I are teams, and she literally just sent me 3 of like the slapping face emotes and such right off the bat and such. But then no, she immediately followed up by saying, yeah, Dylan's a great guy, and I'm very glad to have him as my partner. So yeah.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to bring in the more senior veteran team here. It is the former Just the Clips champion, Jordan Owens, the former singles champion. Right. Mr. Mesa and Steve Mesa, they are Skeet 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 Ulrich, guys. How are you feeling today?
Skeet 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 Skeet, fantastic. John, how about you, Steve?
That's what I'm doing. I'm feeling all Skeet Skeet Skeet, fantastic as well.
Looking forward to the match.
How's your prep been for this match? What have you guys been up to?
So he only lives a couple hours away. So about every other day, I meet him halfway, or he meets me halfway. We get together at a local, fine establishment, order some steak, some lobster, talk about horror. Or maybe we've done none of that, and this is the first time we've talked since we talked the first time to figure out our team name.
All right, that sounds fantastic, and no better last conversation to have than Skeet 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 Ulrich. So let's get into it. 3 rounds of teams action today. Round 1 goes a little something like this. It's a regular old whiteboard round. The Crazed Butt Stabbers gave me 4 categories, and Skeet 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 Ulrich gave me 4 categories. And I wrote 8 questions. I'll ask 8 questions. Ask a question, 15 seconds will pass. They'll write their answers on their whiteboard. We're not going to do it like we do any other time, just one at a time. After 15 seconds, I'll call on them one at a time. They'll turn their boards around. They'll say their answer. They'll show their answer. If they get it right, they get 1 point for their team. In the event any member of any team gets all 8 questions right, there's a 9th bonus question. For the duration of this team's match, each team has 4 repeats and a challenge to use at their leisure. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir. You hobo with a shotgun, you.
Your first question comes in the Scream franchise. Which character drops the television on Ethan at the end of Scream 6? And, a call back to the original Scream. We all know who dropped that first TV, but I need to know who dropped that second TV. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Dylan.
I said Kirby.
And Steve.
Tara.
And Zach.
I put the same as Dylan. I put Kirby.
And JPO.
I made up a character called Riley.
Kirby drops the TV on Ethan. That is correct.
Damn it.
Nice.
Your second question comes in the Conjureverse. How many different actresses have played Judy Warren in the Conjuring universe? An actors and actresses question. JPO should nail this.
Not this one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Steve.
When in doubt, 3 it out.
And Zach.
I put Dos.
And JPO.
My partner said.
And Dylan.
I put 2.
McKenna Grace and the other girl. It's 2. Yeah. McKenna Grace is the little girl, and then when she's older, it's the other girl. Your
We're
third.
not live. Can we restart this match over? Like, no, that.
There's plenty of time left in round 1. We're moving on to the 1990s. What 1990s horror movie features supporting performances from Connie Nielsen, Craig T. Nelson, and Charlize Theron? I swear they're all in this movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Zach, what you got?
When in doubt, just go with the hidden gem, Brain Scan.
I don't think any of them are in that one. JPO.
Creep Show 2.
And Dylan.
Nothing.
And Steve.
Pitch Black.
No, they're all in The Devil's Advocate. Charlize Theron is
Oh, yeah.
Keanu's wife. In that
Oh,
one.
God damn it. Yeah, see, I didn't think that. So saw that.
Whoops.
2000s. Where does the final scene of Final Destination 3 take place? Where are those people's at? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. JPO, what you got? Pens down there.
A festival.
And Dylan.
Is it a subway train?
And Steve.
Subway train.
And Zach.
I put Carnival.
The last scene is in a subway train. Carnival is right before that. But yeah, subway train is good.
Great save, Dylan.
Thank you.
Moving on to the 2010s, just going right through these decades. Who plays retired marine biologist Carl Goodman in both Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D? Who that guy in 5, 4. That could be a girl. 3, 2, 1. We're back to Dylan.
Said David Koechner.
And Steve.
Christopher Lloyd.
And Zach.
Ted Levine.
And JPO.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd is correct. Skeet 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 Ulrich cutting into that lead. I would love to see the Ted Levine version. That'd be fucking great. David Cronenberg is next. What does Nikki Brand do for a living in Videodrome? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steve.
Porn.
And Zach.
Rental store clerk.
And JPO.
Cop.
And Dylan.
Realize I might have fucked this up. I said a TV reporter.
She's a radio DJ, radio host.
Yeah. That's right.
Your penultimate question comes in horror comedies. In Trick or Treat, what is Laurie's Halloween costume, which is revealed to be very ironic later in the film? That should help you figure out who Laurie is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Zach. What you got?
I didn't get this off in time, so I just put Mike.
I don't know if Mike's the name of it. Go ahead, JPO.
Red Riding Hood.
And Dylan.
I put werewolf, but I put an H in it for some reason.
And Steve.
Red Riding Hood.
And the game is tied. She's Red Riding Hood, which is ironic because she turns into a wolf. That's correct.
Okay.
And your final question comes in directors. How many films have been directed by Clive Barker? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. JPO.
Is it 3 now?
And Dylan.
I hope so.
And Steve.
Is it 3?
And Zach.
Is it 5?
Now it's 3. That's correct. So 3 is the correct answer. Was it Nightbreed, Lord of Illusions, and the other one?
Rawhead Rex.
That is.
I think he directed the original Hellraiser, I believe. So it's Hellraiser.
Yeah, Lord of Illusions.
I knew he did that one. Yeah.
All right. As that being said, Skeet 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 Ulrich takes the lead after that one. So we're looking at 7-6 going into round number 2, the wheel round. All 8 of those questions I just asked singularly. Now they're in groups of questions and they're on a wheel. So whoever's in the lead, that will be Skeet 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 Ulrich at this point. They can determine whether they want to spin first or second. You can spin if you don't like what you get. You have a respin if you don't like it, but you have to keep it on the second spin. Whatever you get is what you get. Whatever you're settling on, 5 questions in each category, worth 2 points apiece. If you don't know the answer off the bat, you can check down the multiple choice. Question becomes worth 1 point then, but look out. Your opponents can steal if you get it wrong. So let's bring that wheel in, and then we'll ask Skeet 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 Ulrich what they want to do. Categories on the wheel today: Scream, The Conjuring Universe, the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s. David Cronenberg directed horror comedies and directors. Do you want to spin first or defer to the Crazed Butt Stabbers?
We deferring?
We're deferring.
We will defer,
Okay.
sir.
Zach and Dylan, here's your first spin. And it lands on opponent's choice.
Oh boy.
JP or Steve, do you need to hear those categories again?
Maybe. What you thinking, Steve? What you leaning towards?
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah,
those
just scroll down.
Sure. Scream, Conjuring Universe, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. Then David Cronenberg, horror comedies, and directors.
All right. So what are you thinking?
I don't know. This one's kind of tough because I feel like they're decently well-rounded. So I don't know. What do you think that something we could try to steal? That maybe they can, maybe a decade. So it's at least a little broad. What do you think?
What about let's give them how about horror comedies?
All right. Yeah. Well, we can shoot that shot.
We're going to go for horror comedies? All right. That sounds great. Let me remove the wheel. Let me queue up those horror comedies questions. Are you guys ready for your... Where are these horror comedy questions? I'm going to edit around this too. Horror comedies. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what we can do.
Here's your first question. What weapon is Leslie normally carrying as his main weapon in Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon?
Oh shoot. It's been a while since I've seen this. I think it's like
Your guess is as good as mine. Like,
I think it's like a scythe, like one of those curved blade things, but I'd rather check down to multiple choice.
sure, yeah, let's do it.
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, a sickle, B, a hook, C, a hatchet, or D, a razor?
Okay, so I think it's a sickle.
I'll stick with you, man. Like,
Okay. So we'll go sickle, final answer.
That is correct.
Okay.
Your second question. Who plays Max Cartwright, the final girl in The Final Girls?
I haven't seen this one.
Isn't that like Taissa Farmiga? I think her name is. Like,
Could be. Are you confident she's in it?
Sure.
yeah, she's in it. You want to go multiple choice?
Sure. Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Yep.
All right, is it A, Milan Ackerman, B, Alia Shawkat, C, Taissa Farmiga, or D, Nina Dobrev?
I'm
Might as well go
pretty.
for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Taissa Farmiga. Final answer.
That's correct.
Good job.
Your third question. In Beetlejuice, what kind of candy bar does the titular character use to lure a fly closer to him so he can grab it?
No idea. Like a Milky Way, something like that. We're gonna need to check that.
Yeah. Let's go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, a whatchamacallit, B, a chunky, C, a Zagnut, or D, 100 grand?
Okay. I never would have thought of any of those.
My dad's gonna kill me if I get this wrong.
Whatchamacallit is a weird one. Do you want to go with that?
Sure. Let's go. What you call it? Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, whatchamacallit, B, chunky, C, Zagnut, or D, 100 grand?
I'm thinking it might be chunky.
I was thinking Babe Ruth, so let's go Chucky.
All right, B, chunky, final answer.
That's also incorrect. It is
Shit.
Hey, you want a Zagnut? You want a Zagnut? Yeah.
Well, that was my third guess. If you let us continue.
Your fourth question, your penultimate question in this category. When Brent is attacked by his parents near the end of Mom and Dad, how does he wind up killing them?
jeez. This is the Nicolas Cage one. I haven't seen it though.
Ugh. I'm
Yeah.
drawing a blank.
Multiple choice again.
All right.
All right, sure.
Is it A, a propane tank explosion? B, hits him with his car? C, drops a storage bin on them? Or D, knocks them out a window?
Propane tank explosion was what stood out to me.
Sure. Yeah.
You want to go with that? All right.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Propane, that is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, propane tank explosion? B, hits him with his car? C, drops a storage bin on them? Or D, knocks them out a window?
I'm leaning towards something. What are you leaning toward?
I think it's B.
See, I was leaning towards D, window. Car? Is it just the car? Oh, they might
remember
be on the bottom floor. Oh, window might be earlier. Go B.
3.
All right, B, final answer.
That is correct. He hits him with his car.
Okay. Nice.
And your final question in horror comedies. In The Monster Squad, Sean can't read Van Helsing's diary because it's written in what language?
It's isn't it?
I haven't seen it, so. Do you know where Van Helsing is from in
3.
literature?
2.
Let's go multiple choice.
I heard repeat first. I'll give you the repeat.
Okay, sure.
Well, you do it 15 seconds from here. Go ahead.
I'd like to think it would be maybe Latin or something, but I'm not sure.
Right. This is one that they could probably just steal for 2 points, so we should probably check down, I guess, just to be safe.
Okay. Multiple choice.
A, Latin. B, French. C, German. Or D, Dutch.
Want to go Latin?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Latin. Final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Latin, B, French, C, German, D, Dutch?
C might be German.
I was between that and one other. Yeah, let's go German.
C, final answer.
That is correct for 1-point steal.
Nice. Good goal.
After that spin, I have Skeet 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 Ulrich up to 9, Crazed Butt Stabbers up to 8. We'll bring the wheel back on the screen, and we'll give you guys your first spin. Let me take that down. Here we go. You get opponent's choice too.
Nice.
At least it's even game.
All right.
Yeah.
Those categories again: Scream, The Conjuring universe, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, David Cronenberg, horror comedies, or directors. What would you guys like to give them?
I'm thinking, because it's kind of niche and they both missed it in round 1, you want to give him David Cronenberg?
Sure. I'm down with it.
All right. We'll give him David Cronenberg.
All right.
Get dead to me, Dylan. Get
We
dead
can
to
do
me.
that.
I did it on purpose to trick
We'll
you.
get you your David Cronenberg questions. You guys ready?
Nope.
Yep. Here we go.
Said no.
What needs to be ordered at the Chinese restaurant in Existenz in order to be served the pieces for the organic pistol?
Multiple choice.
Duh. Multiple choice.
Is it A, chef's choice, B, soup of the day, C, the special, or D, the appetizer sampler?
What do you think?
I'm thinking Nazi. That sounded like I said Nazi. I'm thinking B for fun, but I have no idea.
3.
Let's go with D, final answer.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, chef's choice, B, soup of the day, C, the special, or D, the appetizer sampler?
All right. I didn't get to watch this for prep, so
I believe it's C, if my memory is correct. Yeah.
all right. I trust you.
C, final answer.
All right. Yeah, it's gross. It's the special. That's correct. It's a very gross scene, but that happens.
Damn, Jordan. Not C.
I was trying to throw them off.
David Cronenberg cameos as an OBGYN in which of his films?
The Fly, final answer.
Whoa, no hesitation. That's correct.
I agree.
Sorry, Jordan. I had to get that immediately, buddy.
You could have been like,
The third club. In Dead Ringers, Claire has a condition that results in her having how many wounds?
Let's go with multiple choice on this one.
Multiple choice? Okay.
Yeah.
Then A2,
Yeah.
B3, C4, or D5?
Is it 3? And I'm not just saying that because it's 3, but because I think it's 3. But I could be wrong. What do you think?
I think it might be 5.
I think it's 5?
5?
Wait.
All right, let's go with B. Let's go with that.
What about A? B.
Wait,
Final answer.
repeat.
Oh, sorry. I know. Okay. Oh, did you hear that?
I don't know what I heard first. I believe you said final answer before you said repeat. So I'm going to honor that, and that is correct. 3 is correct.
All right. Good one, Jordan.
Your next question. Your penultimate question. Who plays Lang, the leader of the evolutionists in Crimes of the Future?
Unless it's the obvious choice, maybe on multiple. Unless you have it.
Yeah, let's go on multiple on this one.
All right. Is it A, Scott Speedman, B, Anthony Starr, C, Hugh Dancy, or D, Don McKellar?
I'm leaning towards C, but not like overly anyone.
Yeah, let's go with C.
Final answer, C.
That is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Scott Speedman, B, Anthony Starr, C, Hugh Dancy, or D, Don McKellar?
Scott Speedman. I believe. I know he's in it. You want to go with that?
Sure, I'm down.
Yeah. Scott Speedman, final answer.
That's correct.
Nice. Good job, Dylan.
Thank you.
And your final question in David Cronenberg. How does Nola die in The Brood?
I only remember Edge, Christian, Gangrel. I don't remember Nola.
She's an earlier member.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice? Then A, shot. B, burned in a fire. C, bludgeoned, or D, strangled?
I'm gonna say D, strangled.
5, 4.
D, final answer.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right, going into round number 3, Skeet 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 Ulrich in the lead 13-10, but anything can happen. In round number 3, it is the synopsis round. That goddamn shit is still on the screen. Hang on.
Don't you edit this out. We're
gonna edit around this too. Hey, we're gonna go on to round number 3, which is everybody's favorite round, the synopsis round. There are 5 categories in a wheel. The Crazed Butt Stabbers give me 2 categories. Skeet 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 Ulrich give me 2 categories. I picked a 5th category. All 5 categories are on a wheel twice. Skeet 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 Ulrich can decide whether they want to spin first or second to get their categories for a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. I'll describe a movie. They tell me the movie. And we'll go back and forth until I've asked all 6 synopses or one team is mathematically eliminated. In the event of a tie, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me bring in the other wheel and we'll take a look at it. How's that sound, guys?
Sure thing, buddy.
Here is the other wheel. And on that wheel today, we got the 1970s, the 2010s, the 2020s, monsters and other beasts, and psychological thrillers. Skeet Boys, you want to spin your categories first or second?
Now, let me ask. If we spin first, we're not going first. We're just choosing our choices first, correct?
If you spin first, yeah, you go when you're behind, so you would not go first.
Okay. What do you say, Jordan? Do you want to get our categories first?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's do that then.
All right, your 2-pointer, and you do have 1 respin to use if you'd like. The 2020s. Do you want to keep that?
I'm cool keeping that. Yeah, let's keep that.
Yep.
Your 3-pointer. Monsters and other beasts. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
What do you say?
Wait, want to hedge it and spin it, or do you like it enough to where
let's spin it. Let's spin it because
we'll spin this one. We'll go ahead and use that spin.
All right, these are the categories you must take then. You're
Right
getting
on.
psychological thrillers for 3.
Cool.
And the 1970s for 5.
All right.
All right. I did neglect to mention that in teams, 1 player will take the 2-pointer, 1 player will take the 3-pointer, the other player, and then you can collaborate on the 5-pointer. So, Crazed Butt Stabbers, here's your categories. Your 2-pointer.
All right, let's see it.
Is a respin that's been taken. The 70s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
It's a 2-pointer. I think we might as well keep it, right?
It can't be too hard. Yeah, sure, we can keep it.
Yeah.
your 3-pointer. Monster is another beast. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
What are you thinking? Do you want to?
I'm not super confident in this one.
Do you want to spin it again?
Yeah, might as well.
All right, these are the categories you must take then. You're getting the 2010s for 3.
Okay.
And your 5-pointer is going to be in a respin. No, that's available. Psychological thrillers.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. We can say goodbye to the wheel. We have our categories.
Wheel.
So we're going to go to the Crazed Butt Stabbers first. You have a 2-pointer coming up in the 1970s. Which one of you is going to take it?
If you're more confident in the 70s, I can take the 2010s.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I could take the 70s if you want.
Okay.
All right, I'll take the 2010s then.
So Dylan, your 2-pointer in the 1970s. A petroleum exploration expedition comes to an isolated island and encounters a colossal giant gorilla. Name that movie.
Petroleum X.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Is that the 70s King Kong?
That is the 70s version of King Kong. That's correct. Yeah. Don't overthink it.
Better not be ape.
Yeah. You're still behind by 1 point, so we are going to go to Zach for his 3-pointer in the 2010s.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go.
In the dying days of the Old West, an elderly sheriff and his posse set out to rescue the town's doctor from cannibalistic cave dwellers. Name that movie.
Town's doctor from cannibalistic cave dwellers. Oof.
4, 3, 2.
Can I get a repeat?
Yes, you can. 2 repeats left. In the dying days of the Old West, an elderly sheriff and his posse set out to rescue their town's doctor from cannibalistic cave dwellers. Name that movie.
Oh boy.
3, 2, 1.
In the Dead West. I don't know.
Time is up. Well, that's incorrect anyway. Bone Tomahawk. That is the plot to Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So we're in a position now where you guys do have to answer your 5-pointer and psychological thrillers to kick it over to Skeet 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 Ulrich. You guys ready for your 5-pointer in this category?
Yeah. We have
Let's
2
go.
or 1 repeat.
2 repeats left for you guys.
2 repeats. Okay.
Here is your 5-pointer.
Yeah.
A recently widowed traveler is kidnapped by a cold-blooded killer, only to escape into the wilderness, where she is forced to battle against the elements as her pursuer closes in on her. Name that movie.
I want to.
I don't know for sure. High Tension is what immediately popped into my head, but I don't think that's it. Let's use our
Repeat.
Yep, you have 1 repeat remaining. A recently widowed traveler is kidnapped by a cold-blooded killer, only to escape into the wilderness, where she is forced to battle against the elements as her pursuer closes in on her. Name that movie.
I think that was our third repeat, by the way.
You have 4.
Oh, you have 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what are some survival movies that pop into your head?
Repeat.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably. It might not. It's probably maybe not a psychological thriller, but maybe the. Man, I don't know.
Should we go with High Tension then? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, let's go with it.
High Tension. Final answer.
And your winners, Skeet 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 Ulrich. That is 2020's Alone. Oh, that's the plot to Alone. All right. That being said, we'll go to our post-match interview, starting with the second place finishers. The Crazed Butt Stabbers. Guys, love the name. But how you feeling?
it was an all right game. Like great job to Steve and Jordan too. They played great. Like I was initially gonna say that like it was a little unlucky that we landed on opponent's choice in round 2, but then they landed on it too. So it's like, you know.
Yeah, all in all, like even luck in this game. Like round one, out of round one, I think it was like 1 point differential out of round 1. You both got opponent's choice. Nobody really lit it up in round 2, and then it was just a matter of just stumbling, I guess, a little bit in round 3.
Yeah, it was a movie that I haven't seen. I've scrolled past it on Netflix many times, never actually watched it. I think TV actor Mark Menchaca is in that.
The other Mark Menchaca, yes.
The other Mark Menchaca. So that's
is that the one? Is he in that one? I know he's definitely in that.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different one, but
he's in that other one where like the immigrants are in the house. It's like you can't. I forget what it's called. He might be in this one too. I don't know. I don't have the. Oh, he is in this one. I'm looking at the cast right now. He's in every Netflix movie where a woman is being tortured. Yes, he always shows up. That guy. All right. Well. Like I said, we'll see you guys back soon once we roll through this teams thing, and we're obviously going to see Dylan sooner in the championship match coming up. So we'll talk about that when the time comes. Are there any teams you guys would like to play when you're brought back?
Well, I was watching the last teams match, and like Jeremy said that he wanted to go up against a team with a creative name. So hey, I'm game for that.
We can make that happen.
What about you, Dylan?
Jeremy, let's go.
All right. Well, that being said, we'll have you guys against the Cinnabite sometime in the near future, but we'll drop you guys back and bring in today's winners: Skeet 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 Ulrich, Steve, Jordan. Definitely the power of Skeet was with you guys today. How you feeling?
Skeet was within us. Steve, take it away, man. You're the MVP tonight, I think.
Man, look, listen, there's nothing to take away from these guys. They, despite what the scores looked like, I mean, I honestly didn't know what a loan was. I mean, I'm not really a good person.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a loan. Yeah.
So it's nothing.
Watch Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk, yeah, that's a whole different. But not everybody knows those certain movies. But listen, they gave us a good fight. But we proved that we had the power of the Skeet 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 Ulrich, and I think it's fun also to team with a person who has also kind of like very like-minded like me and Jordan. Not only we're like in the wrestling community, but we also have similar taste in terms of our horror. So I mean, it helped that we knew horror comedies.
And we're sexy like that.
We're sexy, and it helps that we know horror comedies. And at first I was scared of David Cronenberg, but luckily as the questions.
Luckily, I was able to jump in your backpack for that, because you definitely helped us get to, like, we wouldn't have been at the end if it was just me doing Cronenberg by myself, so I have to brush up on that. But I thought we worked decently well together. A little bit behind in round 1. Round 1 was scaring the shit out of me at first because it was like 4-1. I think at the very start. Luckily, we were able to trail back, and it all even out. But they were tremendous teams. This is fun, and
All right. Well, with that being said, you guys, I mean, we're not doing like a teams tournament or anything like that, but we are just trying to figure out who the number 1 contender is. So you will be playing at least one more match before we do a number 1 contenders match. It looks like, judging by how things are shaking out, you guys will probably play the Webb family, Hail Paimon, in your next match. How you feeling about playing the Webbs?
If you had said just who do you want next instead of telling me that, I might have just said that because I've always had a grudge against those Webbs and I want to take them down. I think Carrie's beat me 1-on-1. Chad's beat me in debate once, which still hurts me because he won an Adam Sandler question over me, which still bothers me. I can't say
Chad took your Just a Clip championship.
Yeah, Chad took my Just a Clip championship. Well, the only thing I had in this league, you son of a bitch. So I'm coming for you, Webbs. But bring our own baby.
Well, to jump off of that, not only that he took the championship, but I took it off him. So we're
there's a storyline.
It's the full circle, baby.
Well, when we see you next, that'll be the
night. Acknowledge us.
You're the ones. All right. We'll drop you guys back because we got another match coming up after this break. Stick with us. Intermission's coming up. We'll see you guys soon.
Hello, and thank you for your business. Why not stop by our refreshment stand? We have all kinds of special treats, but don't take my word for it. Take it away, fellas!
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, bring a family pie. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time. Popcorn for all, hell's on its way. Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
To minutes till showtime. There's still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand.
Come on, take a stroll to the snack bar, have a good time.
Welcome back from intermission, everybody. We got a singles match coming up. 2 top 10 competitors going at it. 2 people that were vying for the number 1 contendership, and both of them, I believe, fell short, just short of it, losing in their play-in matches. But they're back today to take another run at it. Before you know it, one of these 2 will definitely be challenging for the title again. Coming in first, the higher-ranked competitor, Jeremy the Atom Adams. Jeremy, I think last time we saw you was in teams with Hunter, and you guys did fairly well, I believe. You're still vying for the teams championship, and now you're back here vying for the singles championship again. How are you feeling today, though?
I'm feeling good. Definitely got a little bit of a confidence boost after that teams match, but I'm just excited to be playing Abby today. I'm really impressed with how great she is, being kind of a new player, but I think that's kind of the way it goes in this league. Like, my years of trivia experience doesn't really help me because I've got all this other knowledge in my head and I've got to try to just focus on the hyper specific horror stuff. Whereas I think somebody who's coming to it fresh, just focusing on the horror, I think sometimes can have an advantage. So I don't have the most confidence, but feeling fairly good after that team's match. So we'll see how it goes. And this is exciting.
All right. And he already talked about it. We're bringing his opponent, my co-host on Why We Love Horror, Abby Brooks. Abby, how are you doing today?
Good. I'm doing good. I'm excited to have another match after a loss. So yeah, I'm excited. I know Jeremy is very, very, very good. So we'll see what happens.
Everybody being extremely nice to each other. This is the friendly league. It's a nicer, friendlier Why We Love Horror Trivia League this week. Well, let's get down to business. We're going to have 3 rounds of horror trivia this evening. Round 1 is the speed round. So I'm going to have both competitors number their boards 1 through 8. I'm going to ask 8 questions. Jeremy gave me 4 categories. Abby gave me 4 categories, and I wrote 8 questions. I'll ask a question. 10 seconds will pass. I'll ask a second question, and so on and so forth, till I've asked all 8 questions. As time is running out, each player has been allotted 3 repeats in a challenge. In round 1, you could use repeats if you'd like. It just adds 20 seconds to the clock, so please don't use your repeats to the very end. And if you want, I can throw up whatever questions you'd like, and then we'll start the 20-second timer after you've seen the questions a second time. In the event you get all 8 questions right, there's a 9th bonus question at the end. Any questions before we get started?
No.
Nope.
All right, then let's get started. Your first questions are going to come in the category of Stephen King. What singer plays Halston, the hitman hired to kill the cat from hell, in the short of the same name in Tales from the Dark Side, the movie? And your second question coming up in Eli Roth. What does John Carver use to deafen Yulia in Thanksgiving? I looked it up. Her name is Yulia with a Y. Your third question, John Carpenter. Where are Crow and his team when Valak first attacks them in Vampires? Moving on to one of my favorite categories, New French Extremity. Who plays Marcus, Alex's boyfriend, in Irreversible? And if you've seen this movie and it offended you, I'm sorry, but you should have known better. Go movie. You should have known better. Your fifth question. In the 1980s, simply who directed House and Warlock? Who directed those movies? Moving on to your sixth question in found footage. In Incantation, Lee Ronan's cursed daughter shares a name with what bird? Going on to Hammer Horror. In what European country is Twins of Evil set? Pick a country. It's one of them, I swear. And your final question comes in A24. What A24 horror film has supporting performances from Chris Parnell, Joe Keery, and Hannibal Buress? And chance to use repeat expires in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll use the repeat. I'll use the repeat. Sorry.
Okay. Any questions you'd like to see before I start the timer?
No.
Okay. 20 seconds from here. Ten seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go to Abby first. Abby, what are your answers?
Number 1 was a guess. I guessed Prince. Number 2, I put corncob holders. I don't know the actual name. 3, I put grocery store. 4, I put Vincent Castle. 5, I didn't write anything. 6, I put Robin. 7, Scotland. And 8, I put Spree.
And Jeremy.
For 1, I had Tom Waits. 2, I couldn't remember what they were called. I said pot stickers. 3, Church. 4, Vincent Cassell. 5, nothing. 6, Raven. 7, Italy. And 8, I couldn't remember.
All right. At the end of round 1, I have Abby in the lead 2-1. Here are your answers. The hitman is David Johansen from the New York Dolls or Buster Poindexter, whatever you want to call him. I would have accepted either answer. Corncob holders are exactly what I have in the document. Yeah. The 2 things used to hold the corn together. He definitely with those things. They're attacked. James Woods and his buddies are attacked. They're in a motel when Valak attacks them. Vincent Cassell plays Marcus. Steve Miner directed Warlock and House. Lee Ronan's daughter's name is Dodo. Twins of Evil is set in Austria, and the movie that has Chris Parnell, Joe Keery, and Hannibal Buress is Slice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, with that being said, we're going to move on to round number 2, and it's the wheel round. All 8 of those categories we just talked about, they're on a wheel now. Abby's in the lead, so she'll decide whether she wants to spin first or defer to Jeremy. You spin the wheel. If you like the category you get, you can keep it. If you don't like it, you get 1 respin, but you will be stuck with the second category you get. whatever you decide to land on. 5 questions in that category were 2 points apiece. You can, if you don't know the answer, check down to multiple choice. The question then becomes worth 1 point. If at any point, though, you get the question wrong, your opponent can steal for the current point value of the question. All right, before you decide whether you want to go first or second, Abby, I'll cover what's on the wheel. Spinner's choice and opponent's choice, of course, are on there. Then Stephen King, Eli Roth, John Carpenter, New French Extremity, the 1980s, Found Footage, Hammer Horror, and A24. Do you want to spin first or defer to Jeremy?
I'll go first.
All right. Here's your first spin. And you get Found Footage. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
No, I don't want that. I'll spin again.
Okay. Your second spin. Eli Roth is what you will get. And I know you're probably happier with that. Let me remove that. And we'll ask you your questions in Eli Roth. Are you ready for your questions in Eli Roth?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question. In what country did we first see Beth and her friends in Hostel Part 2?
I will take multiple choice.
All right. A, Italy. B, France. C, Spain. Or D, Switzerland.
Oh, I forget. I'm gonna go with France.
France is incorrect. Jeremy, chance for 1 point steal. Is it A, Italy, B, France, C, Spain, or D, Switzerland?
Switzerland?
Also incorrect. When the movie opens, well, actually, after they kill Paxton, they're in Italy. Your second question. In Knock Knock, what is Evan's son's name?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, David, B, Brian, C, Jake, or D, Matt?
I'll go with David.
David is incorrect. Chance for a 1 point steal. Jeremy, is it A, David, B, Brian, C, Jake, D, Matt?
Brian?
Also incorrect. That little boy's name is Jake. He's a Jake guy. Your third question. What year saw the release of The Green Inferno?
$2013.
For 2 points, that's correct. Your penultimate question in Sir Eli Roth. Not including his voiceover work in Grindhouse, in how many of his directed horror movies did Eli Roth give himself an on-screen role?
Two.
That's incorrect. Chance for a 2 point steal. Jeremy, not including his voiceover work in Grindhouse, in how many of his directed horror movies did Eli Roth give himself an on-screen role?
I'll go 3.
Also incorrect. He's in 4.
Wow, almost went 4. Almost went 4.
And your final question. In what U.S. state will you find the house with a clock in its walls?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Indiana, B, Minnesota, C, Iowa, or D, Michigan?
Michigan.
It's a good guess because I was from there, and that's correct.
All right.
All right. That being said, we'll bring the wheel back. Abby getting her score up to 5. Jeremy still sitting with 1. No steals that round. Bring the wheel back. Jeremy, ready for your first spin?
Yeah.
And you get NFE, New French Extremity. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I'll spin again.
I don't even think I would want that. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And you get Stephen King.
All right.
You could totally drop that wheel out now. Let me pull up ye old Stephen King questions, which I believe are over here. Yep. Stephen King. You ready, Jeremy?
Mhm.
Your first question. What U.S. state serves as the setting for 1922?
I'm going to go multiple.
All right. Is it A, Kansas, B, South Dakota, C, Iowa, or D, Nebraska?
South Dakota?
South Dakota is incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal, Abby. Is it A, Kansas, B, South Dakota, C, Iowa, or D, Nebraska?
I'm going to say Kansas.
Also incorrect. It's in Nebraska. Nebraska. Your second question. What's the first item seen sold out of the shop in Needful Things?
How bold do I want to be?
Okay.
I'm going to go multiple. I'm second guessing.
Okay. Is it A, a toy horse, B, a baseball card, C, a necklace, or D, a book?
Baseball card?
That is correct.
Yeah, I should have gone for it.
Your third question. What does Will Harper do for a living in 2023's The Boogeyman?
Character names. Let's go multiple.
Okay. A, author, B, therapist, C, accountant, or D, teacher?
Is it A, author?
That's incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, author, B, therapist, C, accountant, or D, teacher?
Is he a therapist?
He is a therapist. That's correct.
Way overthought that one.
Your penultimate question. Stephen King's son, Joe, has an acting credit in what 1980s movie written by his father?
Creep Show.
He is the little boy in Creep Show. That is correct. And your final question. What does Craig want to be when he's older in Mr. Harrigan's Phone?
Oh, man, I have seen that. Multiple.
A journalist, B, a lawyer, C, a teacher, or D, a doctor?
I've even read it, too. Dang it.
5.
Lawyer?
That's incorrect. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, journalist, B, lawyer, C, teacher, or D, doctor?
Journalist?
He does want to be a journalist. That is correct. That being said, we drop these back before I make that same mistake again. We're going on to round number 3. Round number 3, anything can still happen. It's the Wheel of Synopses. There's 5 separate categories in the wheel, 2 times for 10 slices. Abby is in the lead still. She can decide whether she wants to spin her categories first or second. They'll spin the wheel 3 times to get a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. But they do get 1 respin. If they don't like it, they can spin again, 1 out of those 3 spins and get a different category. We'll go back and forth, starting with Jeremy, whenever we decide. And when he catches up, I'll go over to Abby, and we'll go back and forth until I've asked all 6 questions, or if a player is mathematically eliminated. Let me bring in the second wheel. And the categories on this wheel today that we chose, we got the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2010s, found footage movies, and supernatural movies. So Abby, I'll ask you, do you want to get your categories first, or do you want Jeremy to get his categories first?
I'll take mine first.
Okay, your 2-pointer. 2010s, do you want to keep that?
Yeah.
Your 3-pointer. The 1990s, do you want to keep that?
Sure.
90s for 3, and your 5-pointer with 1 respin remaining is the 1980s. Do you want to keep that or spin again?
I will spin again.
The category you must take for 5 then is the 2010s.
Okay.
Jeremy, your 2-pointer. 1980s. Do you want to keep that?
Yeah. Yes.
Your 3-pointer. 2010s. That's available. Do you want that?
Yeah, I'm going to have to keep it.
Your 5-pointer, and you have 1 respin remaining. The 1980s. you want to keep that?
I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
All right. Here's where we stand. Abby, you have all three of your repeats. Jeremy, you have two. We will get rid of this wheel, and we'll start with Jeremy with his 2-pointer in the 1980s. Here we go. For 2 points. A deadly entity from space crash lands near a small town and begins consuming everyone in its path. Panic ensues as shady government scientists try to contain the horrific creature. Name that movie.
The Blob.
That is the Kevin Dillon, Shawnee Smith version of The Blob, correct? Yeah, it's Kevin Dillon, definitely. Okay. Your 3-pointer in the 2010s. Are you ready for that one?
Probably not.
Moving on over to the 2010s. Here we go. The allure of easy money sends Mary Mason, a medical student, into the world of underground surgeries, which ends up leaving some more marks on her than her so-called freakish clients. Name that movie.
Crimes of the Future?
That is incorrect. That is American Mary. American Mary.
Okay.
So we are going to go to you for your 5-pointer in the 1980s, which you must hit to send it back over to Abby. Back to the 80s. 5 points. A troubled man gets released from prison and starts taking out his sadistic fantasies on an unsuspecting family living in a secluded house. Name that movie. Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. That's your second repeat. A troubled man gets released from prison and starts taking out his sadistic fantasies on an unsuspecting family living in a secluded house. Name that movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to draw it out. Good game, Abby. I'll say the Stepfather 2.
And your winner, Abby Brooks. That's Angst. Angst from the 80s. Lesser seen movie, but a banger if you can get your hands on it. That being said, we'll go to post-match interviews. Drop Abby in the back. Start with Jeremy. Jeremy, it's kind of like you said, I know you are an extremely busy man. You're always studying for trivia. So do you think, is that the issue here? Or are you just like, you're doing too much and he's like, this is too focused, or how you feeling?
I mean, I did study a lot for this, but you never know exactly what to study. You know, you put a lot of time into the French movies and John Carpenter and stuff, and then you get burned with Stephen King, which, you know, I felt like I had a pretty good knowledge base on that, but you never just know exactly what questions are going to come. So it's hard sometimes, but yeah, I mean, I did what I could, and, you know, I've had good matches. I've had good, bad matches. So I still feel, you know, it's fun playing in this league, and, you know, given another chance, I think things could go more in my favor. But like I said, I'm just really impressed with Abby. You know, we both kind of had a tough match, but she hung in there and did what she needed to do to get enough points. And I'm really excited to see her go forward and see how far she gets to that title again.
And you and Hunter are still very much alive going there. Yeah. And if you get through that, you'll see Abby again in the teams division. So
yeah, absolutely.
I look forward to seeing you and Hunter probably in a few weeks. We'll see you back here. So until then, best of luck in everything else you're doing. Thank you for being here. And today we'll bring in today's winner, Abby Brooks. Abby, you did it. I can't wait to hear. Not that I don't want to make this about Aaron, but can't wait to hear what Aaron has to say about it. Aside from that, Abby, how are you feeling?
I feel okay. I mean, I'd like to think I know a lot about Eli Roth movies, but I just did not really know those questions that well. And I mean, we both hung in there for the whole thing. I think we both did the best that we could. But yeah, no, I'd love to see Jeremy again in the teams match at some point. But yeah, I feel good.
All right. So I'm not sure exactly who you'll be playing next, but like you are, like, you know, once we get back into another title picture, you'll be right back in there. So is there anybody you're looking to play who's near the top?
I don't know. I'd love to be able to beat Dylan because I don't know. I'd like to beat him. Trying to think who else. I don't know. I'll take whoever, but I mean, I'm not trying to like call him out, but I would really like to beat Dylan.
We can maybe make that happen. We'll see what happens. I mean, if he wins the title and you keep winning, you will play him. You did a great job sending your brother to sabotage him in teams. We appreciate that. That being said, Abby, I'm putting you to the back, and we'll just close this out for today. Everybody, if you made it this far in the video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to the Facebook group of Why We Love Horror. You can drop us a line at wwlhorror@gmail.com, or just, if you're one of these new kids, just go to the TikTok right there, WWL Horror. tons of stuff there. I'm posting so much. I feel invigorated with my desire to be a young person, and I'm posting there all the time. Monday, myself, Adelaide Spence, we're covering Medusa on John Versus, and then next week on Why We Love Horror, the flagship show, myself, Abby Brooks, who you just saw, Aaron Brooks, who wanted to be here but could not, we'll be covering Late Night with the Devil, and then next Friday, come back here again for 2 more matches at Why We Love Horror Trivia. Thank you for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.
Game over.
I'll fucking kill you!